This is a question from Digital Logic Design. Consider the following sequential circuit. What are the values of Q0 and Q1 after 4 clock cycles if the initial values of Q0 and Q1 are 0, 0? So initially these are 0, 0. So the first thing to observe is that the output of the first flip-flop is input to the clock of the second flip-flop. So the output, this Q, this output is input to the clock of second flip-flop. This indicates that output of the second flip-flop, so this is first and this is second. Output of the second flip-flop will only change when the output of the first flip-flop changes from 0 to 1, as it is a positive edge triggered flip-flop. Also, toggle input T0 equal to T1 equal to 1. Now let's draw the table. We have present and next state. This is present and this is next. So present states of are Q0 and Q1, and the next state will be Q0n and Q1n. So initially we have 0, 0. Now since this is high, this Q0 next will become 1. When this becomes 1, since the transition from 0 to 1 only changes it, that is Q0 should move from 0 to 1 for Q1 to toggle. This is the condition. Now this has changed from 0 to 1. So this state of Q1 will become 1. Now this 1, 1 will be the next state. This is first clock cycle output. Now for second cycle, 1, 1 becomes 1 gets toggled, so it becomes 0. Now this 0 is passed to the clock here. So there isn't a transition. So the output remains the same. Now this becomes the input. This toggles from 0 to 1. Since there is a toggle from 0 to 1, the output of Q1 also changes from 1 to 0. This is the third cycle. And in the last cycle, that is in the fourth cycle, the next will become the present. It will become 1, 0, and it will toggle from 1 to 0. And since it is toggling from 1 to 0, this will be 0. So the clock will be 0. So this won't get activated. So the previous output will be retained. So the final output of Q0 and Q1 after the fourth cycle is 0, 0. So based on the options, option D is the right choice.